This story would be located a year after the Power Tournament. The Saiyan was with all his family and friends at a party when suddenly the angel Whis, Vegeta, and Goku would quickly appear in front of this. "Hello, Mr. Whis, that brings it here?" he asked the confused Saiyan, and seeing the angel, which was very serious, Vegeta, noticing this, would ask, "What happens, Whis? Why that face?" Whis bows his head, so Whis teleports in front of all his friends and family, saying, "Listen, everyone, by orders of my father, Grand Priest, Son Goku has been sentenced to a quick and painless death." Everyone listening to these words are impressed. "What are you saying, Whis?" Vegeta asked, shocked. "My father is sentenced to die? Impossible!" Gohan shouted, furiously. Krillin would exclaim, "What are you saying, Whis? Goku has done nothing wrong." Whis bowed his head and shouted, "Prefer Son Goku's life that destroys this planet, you choose." Everyone was amazed. Goku listening to this, "What happens to you, Whis? Why do you want to kill me?" "I'm sorry, Son Goku. They are direct orders of Grand Priest." "No, my father never did anything wrong." Gohan shouted, passing his mystical state and attacking Whis, but the angel of a simple blow faints. Everyone was perplexed without saying a word and, well, choose or destroy this planet or eliminate Son Goku. Vegeta, Bulma, Piccolo, Krillin, and the others were speechless. Vegeta turns his head, looking at Goku. "Kakarot is for everyone's good. Come look at Whis," shouting, "Whis, eliminate Son Goku." "Kakarot," Krillin would shout. "But what do you say, Vegeta? What are you saying?" Furious, Piccolo, "Vegeta, don't you think about your words?" "I'm sorry, Goku, but I also vote to eliminate Goku. I don't want to die so young," Bulma said, looking at Goku seriously. The Saiyan had no words to describe what he was feeling. Trunks shouts, "If my father says to eliminate him, then eliminate that man." Goten sadly says, "No, do not eliminate my father. He always saves them." Chi-Chi would shout, "I also vote to eliminate Goku." She looks at the Saiyan. "Goku, I'm sorry, but first is the life of your children." Goku falls to the ground on his knees. "What are you saying? How can you be saying that after I gave them all of me?" Android 18 and Master Roshi would also vote to eliminate Goku. Goku was on the ground with his head bent, while his heart was touched. It is not possible. Next to the angel appears the god of destruction, Beerus. "Oh, Whis," and to eliminate him at once. Goku sees Beerus shouting, "Beerus, you too!" "Damn, no, it's not happening." "I'm sorry, Goku. I don't know why the great priest doesn't love you with life. But anyway, I see that your friends don't care much, and me less. I just want my universe to be out of threats." Goku would start to expel a great power, and very furious shouts, "They are some damn! How dare they vote me as if I were nothing?" The Saiyan goes to the Super Saiyan Blue and would directly attack Whis, but this one dodges him, and with a blow on the neck, he knocks him to the ground. Well, it's time for the elimination. Whis would charge a small star with angelic energy in his oracle, while Goku got up with a lot of anger and sadness. "No, no, this is not happening." Vegeta looks at Goku. "Kakarot, you have always been number one, but it seems that it is my lucky day." The prince smiled, making Goku stay still. Perhaps in this vote there are many smiles from his friends. What? No, was this planned? In the distance, Whis would launch his super attack. Goku would try to stop him with both hands, but he was very weak, screaming, "Damn it!" Goku would receive the angelic attack to gradually disintegrate his hands and arms. The Saiyan looked at how all his friends were laughing and happy. He takes out a tear, saying, "What did I do to get this done to me?" So Goku would be totally pulverized by the fact of the universes. I am glad that Kakarot could finally leave this planet. He always brought evil entities. That's right, Mr. Vegeta. Goku was a threat to everyone. Also, from what I see, you always wanted to be number one, isn't that right? Vegeta, laughing, "This is what I always want." "Anyway, let's go, Whis," exclaimed the god to disappear with his angel. On the other hand, Grand Priest, "I no longer feel the presence of my friend Goku. Did something happen?" Grand Priest, laughing, "Of course not, Great Zeno. Apparently, Son Goku got into a room that is in another dimension. Maybe that is why he can't feel his energy." Zeno, surprised, "Wow, I hope he feels good and gets stronger." "Yeah, I also expect that," said Grand Priest to turn around and think. "I never expected that Saiyan to be my lost son. If I managed to control the angelic power, I am more than sure that I could be at my level, and no one should be at my level. I am the only one who can have this power." Grand Priest laughed evilly. Meanwhile, on an unknown planet, a planet full of beings of different races, in Universe 11, "Wow, so this pair of kids are brothers. They don't look like anything," exclaimed a farmer. "I hope they are strong like their father," said a lady who was the mother of the two. "Don't worry, I'll train them well," exclaimed the father of these two. These two children were called Nasta and Son Goku. Goku would have been reborn on a planet that was in Universe 11. On this planet, time passed relatively faster, so Goku would not age or grow so fast. On the other hand, why? Because they did nothing? "They eliminated my father, and you did nothing," shouted Gohan, furious at Vegeta and the others, when suddenly Vegeta hits him on the stomach, making him kneel, spitting blood. "Damn insect, if you don't want to die anymore, you better shut your mouth." In that Piccolo appears, but what are you doing? Piccolo would attack Vegeta, however this would easily leave him on the ground defeated. "Don't interrupt me, insects, or I'll kill you," you said Vegeta, leaving the place. Meanwhile, 8 years would have passed. Goku was training with his brother Nasta and his father. The Saiyan, as he had all his memories, he remembered all his techniques and skills. However, he could not use them because his power was very low. "Wow, I never thought you had so much power, Nasta," exclaimed the father, while on one hand, you, Goku, need to train more. "It seems that you have great potential, but your body does not support it." Goku would answer, "Yes, I don't know why I hope to be able to solve it." The father, "Well, it's time to study seriously." "Study?" asked Goku child. "Of course, the study will make you think more things, and it is very useful for combats." "You want to become a god?" exclaimed the father, seeing Nasta and Goku. "A god?" asked Nasta. "In this world, there are many races, elves, angels, gods, and they are very powerful," said the father, while Goku, thinking, he says to himself, "If I knew that these gods and angels of this planet are not compared to those that I know. This world is very weak compared to mine." 18 years would have passed since Goku's death. On the one hand, in Universe 7, Vegeta would have been the new god of destruction. Big would go to live from planet Earth. Gohan and Piccolo were still locked up, while Goku's friends lived happily. All the gods of the 12 universes had been replaced by Goku, new deities. Meanwhile, on the planet of Goku called Planet Saurian, Goku was already fighting one against the other. What happens, Goku?
Is that all you have? Angry Goku, damn it, is very strong. What the hell is it? Come on, Goku. Attack with more power than I'm bored. Just don't attack with all your power, because if we didn't destroy the planet, Goku would smile in an instant and teleport behind you, even launching a super Kamehameha, but even with his sword disintegrating him. That's all? Shut up. You shouldn't underestimate me. Goku goes to the Super Saiyan 2, attacking Asta, which would dodge his attacks easily. Did we already start with the transformations? Father told us that it is not necessary to resort to transformations to be stronger. Asta hits Goku hard that sends him to crash against the rocks. Goku gets up somewhat injured. Damn, if I had my old body, it would be much more powerful. It is a shame that on this planet it grows slower, even though so many years have passed. However, this will help me to become stronger and be able to take revenge on those damn. Colosseum, I ask Goku. The father responds, the Colosseum is a place where you fight with all kinds of beings, and the more battles you win, you go up in rank, so you too can be gods. This Colosseum is in the capital. You must go to be able to see the world in another way. Not everything is a fight. Goku was about to ask when suddenly behind these three appears a being. Goku and Asta get into a fighting pose. Who is this guy? I asked Asta. I can't feel his power or energy. Goku exclaimed, worried. In that the dark entity would walk slowly. Wow, so I was not wrong. I asked this one to then look up, seeing that it was nothing more or nothing less than Frieza. Goku would be perplexed. Frieza? Goku said, remembering and being perplexed. Hey Goku, do you know this guy? I asked Asta. Goku gives a slight smile. Wow, Frieza. That means that I am in some universe of the 12. I thought Goku nervously but smiling since he was training hard, hoping that one day he would take revenge. They are Goku. 18 years have passed since the last time we have seen each other, and the times I have seen Vegeta, he has never told me about you. But from what I see, you were hidden here. Frieza, don't tell me you don't know anything, Goku said, asking. Frieza smiling, I'm not interested in knowing anything. I've been looking for you for centuries to be able to kill you, but I see that your power has decreased a lot, and you look very different. It's very strange. However, now that I've found you, it's my opportunity, said Frieza smiling. What opportunity are you talking about? I asked Asta when suddenly Frieza appears in front of the two brothers, hitting them on the stomach, sending them both against some mountains. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Asks the angry father. Frieza is angry. However, he would quickly receive a kick from Goku in his Super Saiyan 2 transformation. This would not affect him at all to Frieza, thus grabbing Goku's leg and hitting him, making Goku fall to the ground defeated, deformed. How weak you have become, Son Goku. Suddenly, Frieza? Frieza would receive a very strong blow in RL's stomach, making him spit blood and moving away a little. What do you think you're doing, damn? It was Asta who had hit him hard. Miserable, who are you? I asked Frieza to spit blood. Asta smiling. That doesn't matter. You hit my brother. Now you will see them with me. Asta launches against Frieza to give him a great burst of blows and kicks at an incredible speed. Frieza would not see the movements of this one, receiving all his attacks. Asta with his sword launches a super attack,
Making Frieza receive it, creating an explosion. Asta retreats tired. So in the distance you can see a very wounded Frieza. How dare you? Who do you think you are to hit the great Emperor of Evil? Goku would get up to transform into the Super Saiyan Blue, appearing next to Asta. Goku said, "Asta, be careful, this guy is not normal. I have known him for a long time and he is someone to fear." Asta confused, "Do you know him? Where?" Goku serious, "I'll tell you." In that, very furious Frieza would begin to increase his power to unimaginable levels. Goku and Asta were speechless, but what? What is all that energy? He screamed to Impact. Goku very serious and nervous. "I supposed. It has been 18 years. He was more than sure that his power was going to increase like everyone else." Frieza would scream and raise his power even more, making the entire planet Earth tremble when a lightning bolt would fall on him. Goku and Asta were mouth open and paralyzed. "It is not possible. He could not have increased so much," said Tartamu and Goku, somewhat scared since Frieza would have gone to a new transformation called Black Frieza. Now get ready. Frieza would have gone to his last form, the Black Frieza. "I hope you are prepared, damn scorpions, especially you." Sign Frieza to Asta to teleport in front of Asta, throwing a powerful blow. But Goku teleports, receiving the attack being sent to crash into some mountains. Asta looked at Frieza, very terrified, throwing a blow which Frieza with a hand stops him. "Now you are not so strong, Moxo," he exclaimed to hit him in the face, hitting him in the head. Asta screamed Goku in the distance, which was a little hurt. Damn it, what do you want?" screamed Goku, about to launch against Frieza, but his father would appear. "Son, no, do not go. This subject is very powerful and I think you are not at his level yet," said Bardock, walking slowly towards Frieza. "But father, what do you think you're doing? If I cannot defeat him, you less," Goku said, somewhat desperate. "Goku, you have no idea who I really am. In fact, you make me very known. Since I had a son apart that looked like you." Goku's mouth open, while even on the ground, wounded, surprised, I said, "No. How? What do you say, father?" "I've never told you, but you two are Saiyans. You have the blood of a warrior. That's why you are and have become so powerful." Goku is shocked. "It's true. I never realized how I can transform into Super Saiyan. If my father is not a Saiyan, that means that he is a Saiyan. It seems that you realized, Goku," exclaimed the father, smiling while walking slowly towards Frieza. Frieza looked smiling at Goku's father and Asta. "Your face makes me familiar, but that's not why you think you're so strong," exclaimed Frieza, thinking to remember that the man who was in front of him was Bardock, a Saiyan, who fought against him and exterminated him more than 40 years ago. "Wait, cannot be. How do you still alive?" I wonder. Frieza was somewhat surprised. "So you reminded me. Damn, I wanted to go unnoticed, to kill you with a single blow, but I see that you have become very powerful, Frieza," said seriously Bardock, squeezing his fists. Frieza would begin to have a little bit fear. "Impossible. I eliminated you. With my supernova, you were exterminated. How is that?" Suddenly Bardock transforms into Super Saiyan, and this one at an incredible speed appears in front of Frieza, hitting him with a blow that makes him spit saliva, sending him against mountains. Goku is speechless. "My father has an impressive power, has been hiding it all this time."
And also, as you know, his name is Frieza. Black Frieza gets up a little hurt. "Damn, I cannot believe that you could also transform yourself." Bardock angry shouts, "Miserable! How dare you destroy the planet Vegeta?" I thought that by my premonitions, Kakarot was going to end your life, but I see that it was not like that. Bardock loads a sphere of energy to throw it at Frieza, but Frieza with one hand disintegrates it. On the one hand, Goku was paralyzed, without words. My father is a survivor of the planet Vegeta. And Kakarot said, only Vegeta called me like that. What's going on? Suddenly, angry Frieza would begin to raise his power. You only lengthened your life, because now I'm going to make sure to finish you. The tyrant raises his hand, manipulating a large rock, and throws it at Bardock, which he destroys. But this was only a distraction, since Frieza gave him a strong blow to the face with a large set of thousands of blows for all his strength in seconds, to so catch and throw a super energy ball in his stomach, creating a father explosion. Goku shouted worried. Frieza moves away smiling. Ha! It was just a simple scourge. But damn it! He exclaimed, a voice among the dust scattering. It was Bardock in his base form, too wounded. Uh-oh, so you survived? You are hard. Goku transforms into Super Saiyan Blue, attacking Frieza, but this one, without moving, dodges him easily, to accumulate power in his arm in a millisecond and giving him a very big blow to the ribs, breaking Goku's bones, making the Saiyan fall to the ground, transformed to the ground, screaming in pain. That's it. Suffer, damn it. This is what you deserved a long time ago, said Frieza to put his foot on Goku's head while he laughed, but decides a kick in the face that makes him return stunned to Frieza for seconds. But what? I told you that I would kill you, prefer, exclaimed Bardock seriously, while a power and aura overflowed from his body. Goku to the brink of death on the ground bleeding? No, it cannot be. That is the state of the Nidate Nodokui, but I feel that his power is much more. This is the Super Ultra Saiyan, said Bardock, looking at his son on the ground. Goku tartamuting. You are confused. That is the Ultra Instinct but evolved. Bardock looks at the surprised Goku. Well, if you want, we will put that name, son. In a moment, Bardock disappears. Where are you going? Said Preferred to disappear. So the two would begin a great fight for the skies. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Wish, is it all your power? Asked a Vegeta in the Super Saiyan Blue. I'm sorry, but if this is all my power, you have become too powerful throughout these 18 years, said the tired angel. Damn, this is just boring. There is no one with whom I can fight. Hey, Wish, I know what we will do, smiled the destroyer god, Vegeta, so that in minutes this appears next to Wish in Bulma's house. Bulma smiling, Vegeta, at last you have returned. Shut up, woman, you annoy me. Give me the Radas of the Dragon Spheres. Bulma smiling, nervous. But for what? Did something bad happen? Vegeta, angry, gives him a slap. I ordered you to give it to me, or you want me to kill you. You are already quite old and continue to use the Dragon Spheres to make you look younger. You pity me. Very scared, Bulma would give the radar to Vegeta. Vegeta screams, I want you to create a super ship that has an extremely high gravity and food to travel for 2 years. You understand? Scared Bulma rises with her head. You disgust me, woman. Vegeta would leave in search of the Dragon Spheres. Meanwhile, on the other hand, in the palace of Zeno, hey, Grand Priest, have you heard anything about Son Goku? Unfortunately, nothing, my king. The Guardians and I have been looking for him, but there is no trace of his existence. Grand Priest exclaimed, smiling. What a pity! I would have wanted to play more with him, said sad Zeno. Grand Priest looked at Zeno, staring at himself. "Very soon you will be with him. Do not worry. When my second son finishes his training, he will tear your head off," said Grand Priest, smiling. Meanwhile, on the planet Sabian, Black Frieza was massacring a Bardock in the Ultra Evolution Instinct, defeating him and leaving him on the ground. The three warriors were totally on the ground defeated, while Black Frieza, without any scratch, would begin to rise to the sky carrying a supernova. Goku would barely rise to the point of death. "This is not possible. I cannot die like this. I promised to take revenge on those damn... No, it is not possible, damn you." Suddenly, Frieza stops his supernova to appear in front of Goku, impacting him. "But what?" shouted Goku, impressed. Frieza laughing. "Until there is never a genie." That's how he throws a powerful beam from his finger. However, no genie, shouted a slap, and would put himself in front of Goku, receiving a powerful attack from Frieza, saving Goku, until he falls to the ground with his eyes white and bleeding. Goku, seeing this, is left without words. Until, no. On the one hand, Frieza would laugh. Well, an insect less? Frieza would load another powerful beam, while Goku would kneel down, watching his brother on the dead ground. No, until, "It cannot be? Why did you do it?" whispered Goku, while some tears fell, while in the distance the laughter of Frieza was heard. Goku rises his gaze while he takes out tears. "Frieza! Damn! How? Suddenly, everything would begin to be destroyed, little by little. "What?" shouted Frieza, surprised. The whole planet would begin to tremble. Goku, with his head down, said, "I will kill you. I will kill you. I will destroy every part of you." An aura would surround Goku's body, while his muscles would grow. His eyes would turn white. His air and power would increase uncontrollably. His power was increasing. "What is this?" shouted Frieza, shocked. In that, Goku gives a scream being heard throughout the universe. All the universes would have trembled, feeling an overwhelming power out of the unimaginable. In seconds, Black Frieza was very scared, trembling. The planet was about to be destroyed, such was the power of Goku. Goku would have obtained a new transformation. What? What is this? Who are you?" shouted Black Frieza, scared. Goku was in the Super Saiyan Blue Phase 3. On the one hand, "What is this power, Whis?" I wonder Vegeta. "I don't know, but he felt a lot. A powerful power very recognized for seconds," said Whis. While in the palace, in a very strange room of training, "This power of who is this?"
That energy that I perceived a moment ago was very similar to that of Son Goku, but of course it is impossible. He is dead. There is nothing to worry about. "Hey father, when we finish training," exclaimed a being in the distance. "There is still a lot missing, Psycho. Do not despair. I have not yet taught you my techniques or that of the Guardians. I have to give you all of them my teachings, so that you are the new king of everything," laughed Grand Priest. "While on the planet Sarian, that is my son," said a bard, that on the destroyed ground, Goku in the Super Saiyan Blue Phase 3 would move momentarily behind Frieza. Here you are, fried Frieza throwing a punch to Goku's face, which would disappear, appearing above him and joining his arms, hitting him with a blow to the head that sent him against the ground, creating a great crater. Frieza would come out of the rubble to the injured Goku, but immediately a Super Kamehameha would break out inside him. Frieza, very impressed, would receive the power and his first attack of Goku, creating a giant explosion that would destroy with him, transformed, totally tired and very injured. "Damn, that transformation is so powerful that my body cannot stand it. Damn body. If this could not kill him, then we will be finished, it was said to himself Goku, while in the smoke a severely damaged and bloodied Frieza would appear in the basic form almost defeated. No, this cannot be happening, a simple Saiyan doing this to me again, you Saiyans are miserable. Goku would start to load a small Kamehameha. Frieza, very scared, could not move, being too injured. So this would call a small ship and would escape in a matter of seconds. Goku would fall almost dead to the ground without energy. He no longer had energy to make another Kamehameha. Thank goodness that damn thing left. In the distance you can see his mother, Gine, wished to see his dead son, and everything that happened would impact. No note to Gine, his tears would fall, but Bardock, on the ground, wounded, screams, Gine stops crying, we can still cry, it is true, they see and heal us, said Bardock. So Gine, with his power and skills, would heal Bardock and Goku. Although he would not completely heal them, since the wounds of these were too serious. Goku gets up, scratching his head for his dead brother, but Bardock scratches his head. Do not worry, Goku. On this planet there are spheres called dragon spheres, and they fulfill any desire. Goku, listening to this, is impressed. You just said dragon spheres? So it is, but we will have to go ask that god, said Bardock seriously. To that god I ask, Goku. Goku, I have many things to tell you, and that Bardock would tell his whole story to his son, and that in the explosion that almost dies he survived, and from that day he appeared on this planet. And that on this planet, despite the fact that many years pass in old age is very slow, and I take advantage of that to train, and I go further, asked Goku. When I knew about some dragon spheres, I went to look for them, and I had to fight with the blessed one called God of Destruction. When I beat that god, I obtained the dragon spheres, which I asked for, desired to bring back my son to be with him. But the curious thing is that dragon said that I did not have a son, so I could not fulfill that wish. So I had the idea of reviving your mother, Gine, and that is when she appeared, and we had you too until 18 years ago. Goku was amazed by said story. You will see, Goku. My first son, I do not know where he will be, but I just hope that he is safe and alive since he sends him to a planet called Earth. These words cleared all the doubts of Goku. So the Saiyan said to himself, it cannot be that he is my father from my other life. However, that god told him that he was not his son. This is very rare that happens, Goku. You were surprised. Goku rises with his head. Meanwhile, on Earth, Vegeta would have gathered the dragon spheres and calling Shenlong, what is your wish, damn dragon? I want you to revive Kakarot, exclaimed the Prince Saiyan, forcing the dragon god, or if you are great destroyers. Vegeta shut up and revived the insect of Kakarot. I screamed, Vegeta threatening him. No, I cannot grant him that wish, said the dragon god. But what the hell are you talking about? Is that such Kakarot, or also called Son Goku, is not dead? This leaves without words to the hero, Vegeta. So the prince laughs, go, so you are still alive, Kakarot. What is your next wish? Said the dragon, which Vegeta would answer, I want you to tell me the location of Kakarot. The dragon god would grant the wish of this. The Saiyan son Goku is currently in the universe. 13 planets would make Vegeta doubtful. Wish, do you know about something of that universe? And serious, that universe is outside this dimension. The great Gene Ozawa, the seal, and prohibited the entry to all the deities, since that part belongs to the great queen of life alone, and there is a barrier to which they would not let us enter. However, if we travel in a ship like the one that created the Lady Bulma, we can go unnoticed. Vegeta smiling, hey damn dragon, tell me the exact coordinates and the place interest. Prepare everything. We will go to that place. While there is Kakarot, I will have fun. Also, that place makes me very curious. It will be a good entertainment. On the other hand, father, I am ready. Let me go out. Wait, please, my son. You still lack many techniques and skills. Remember that Gene Ozawa in a blink can do many things. Also, you do not know the true power and the true form that he hides. But father, I have said no. Now put on your suit that we must go. You are a nuisance. That you have said you can be an excellent teacher, but as a father you are a disaster. How dare you disrespect me? You are. This one would not finish saying his words, since he would receive a hard blow in the stomach of Raisin, falling to the ground. You take care of your words. Remember that thanks to me, you have that power. You have my blood and my genes, so feel lucky. Let's go right now. This one with pain said, how order teacher. On the other hand, remember to take good care of you. It is fine, we will return soon, Gene, and we will bring him back.
"No, I will go with you," screamed Gine, very sad. "Let's go, mother, stay and rest here. It will only be a few days. I assure you that you should not worry. Whatever happens, my brother will be with us and we will be together again." Gine would calm down. "Kakarot, let's go," exclaimed Bardock, but to Goku he noticed something strange. "What happened, son?" I asked Gine, somewhat worried. "Since we are here together, I must tell you something. The parents of this would last. The truth, I have had 2 lives. This would surprise Bardock and Gine, which would be very confused." Goku would begin to explain to them about his previous life, how his friends betrayed him and then die, and especially how these were his parents in his other life. This would leave both Saiyans totally shocked. Bardock surprised, he could not believe what his son had told him. "Now I understand where you learned so many techniques and how you knew everything without me teaching you. I can't believe it," screamed and very surprised Gine. "Now I have reincarnated and the fate has given me a second chance. The truth is that out there are subjects
More powerful than even your father. With all that power, you could face him. I also need to recover my old body. Only then my power would rise in abysmal ways. We can look for the dragon spheres for that, Kakarot. We will revive Asta and return Asta to the god of this planet," exclaimed Goku, so that both Saiyans leaving Hein in a very distant kingdom. A mysterious deity was found. "Go right now to look for that Saiyan. We need it, and there is little left for the entire multiverse to get out of control. I see it in my eyes. That damn Grand Priest is about to commit something, and I do not know what it really is. But we need all the possible forces. And there you do not despair either, Areola. It is not the end of the world yet. Rather, because you reincarnated that mortal. If with our forces it is enough to stop Grand Priest, relax. That priest will not do anything wrong as long as we are. Remember that this universe or no one can touch it. Of course not. But my premonitions are real. The only thing I dream is death, destruction, and chaos. Also, Grand Priest is plotting something like his sister. Our blood is united, and I can feel that it is full of evil and anger. It is about to explode. In that the Queen would suffer a slight headache. Are you okay? Change of plans. Go with Karma to the palace and bring Zeno. Go fast, please. What? Will you send me to the battlefield alone with Karma? I don't want to die. You know that in addition to Grand Priest, there is the same god of hell. If that weird bug is released, it will be a problem for me. Go carefully and silently. On top of that, go with Karma? I prefer to die than go with her. Go right now. I scream like this, and Nusa would leave. What is happening? According to my eyes, they are seeing many alternate futures. I no longer know what will happen. There are also beings that I do not know. A king, what will that be? On the other hand, in a room they were chained Piccolo next to Gohan. Piccolo was on the verge of death. "Gohan, are you there?" I exclaim Piccolo when suddenly he turns around looking at Gohan, who was with swollen veins, eyes totally white, and on the verge of exploding. "Gohan, what happens? Resist!" I scream Piccolo, astonished. "No, I can't take it anymore. Damn it. Seriously, I can't take it anymore. It's been a long time. Ya. What art?" Gohan's muscles and power would begin to increase uncontrollably. "But what is this?" Piccolo said, very shocked. Lightning bolts surrounded Gohan's body. The chains cast with energy would be totally destroyed. Gohan gives a powerful scream, listening around the planet. A beastly roar would be present. On the other hand, Vegeta and Mish were found. What is this? Will they have come out of the room where they were locked up? It is a very high power to be those insects. In addition, if they come out of them, take care of them. Let's go for the ship. I exclaim Vegeta going to Bulma's house. Meanwhile, the room would be totally destroyed by the impressive unleashed power of Gohan, creating a huge explosion. A great crater would be created. Piccolo was very hurt on the ground.
He raises his head, seeing the ex-god of destruction, Beerus. Wow, so they came out in bandages. Beerus? That's right, that's my name. Beerus was about to kick Piccolo, but a loud roar sounded in the distance. Both turned their heads, being surprised. It was Gohan, who was in a new transformation, his white-haired hair edited. It was the beastly state in its maximum power. This leaves Beerus perplexed. However, he smiles. I can't feel your power, but if a great pressure is applied, even so, I will have to eliminate the immortals. Beerus would not finish talking since he would receive a very hard blow in the stomach, spitting a lot of blood going back. What the hell? Gohan would have lost control, starting to throw him thousands of consecutive blows, unleashing all his rage and anger. Beerus could not defend himself, receiving each blow, drawing a lot of blood, and Piccolo was terrified to see how Gohan was ending easily with a god of destruction. However, he would also tie him, since he looked like a beast. Beerus, very wounded and scared, but what is that power? Impossible. How did he get so much power if he was chained? Even his power exceeds that of the gods. I can't believe it. However, how dare he? How dare he hit me? Beerus shouted, raising his hand, saying, Akai, but Gohan grabs his arm, tearing it off. This leaves Piccolo paralyzed. Gohan, without any control, would bite the neck of the god. Beerus, paralyzed, tries to kick him, but Gohan would not be affected, putting his hand on Beerus's leg and destroying the bones. The former god would scream in pain. Piccolo shouts, and Gohan, stop, you are not like that. But these words would not have any effect on Gohan, which continued to unrelentingly destroy the god with a lot of fury and anger. Gohan no longer follow. Piccolo would faint. Gohan would have made Beerus laugh and then start screaming, destroying everything around him. On the other hand, what? Where am I? What is this? Goku, father, mother, where are they? Quiet, boy, you are in the world of the dead. World of the dead? What is that? And who are you? And why do you have an evil energy? Perhaps. Even gets into a fighting pose seriously. I see that you have a power that surpasses the simple mortals of this world. But you do not surpass the gods. Gods? Well, you die, said the entity, throwing a ball of energy, even dodging it in the hards. Hey, but what the hell are you doing? Suddenly, he receives a powerful blow in the face, crashing against the ground. Asta gets up. Well, you are resistant. However, you lack a lot of speed. I also see that you do not have good reflexes. Besides that, you do not look good, Asta. Get ready. Get ready for what? I want to be your spirit. Spirit? What are you talking about?
I see a potential. You are just what I needed. Explain to me what you are trying to tell me, that all this. Well, we are in the universe of the dead. Here are legendary mortals. However, this universe is reigned by two legendary gods. To be able to leave, you have to defeat them. Even so, the mortals here are not strong enough to defeat those two entities. Therefore, there are spirits in this world. I am one of them. However, we do not have a body of our own. So, if I want to leave this world, I must get an owner and merge with some legendary mortal in this world. But even so, I am very weak, and nobody wants to accept me. Then, you are a spirit, and you are looking for a body, is not it? That's right. Wait a moment. You said you were very weak, and that's why nobody agrees to merge with you? That's right. So please, merge with me, Asta, said entity, begging him. Wow, you totally changed your personality. But wait, You just showed me that you are stronger than me. You are not weak at all. If you are also very weak, you are kidding. You are telling me that in this world, I could not even face a legendary mortal?
That's right, you understood it quickly. How intelligent you are. I can teach you and be your teacher. I will not have much power, but if knowledge, I beg you, I am tired of living in this world. Asta would remember, wow, so I really died for that subject. He really had incredible power. He was just a nuisance for my brother and my father. No, I was not strong enough to help them and save them. Damn it, I scream, even angry, hitting the ground. What happens to you? What are you talking about? Did you die because you were defeated by someone more powerful than you? Yes, he was very immensely powerful. I couldn't do anything. Suddenly, Asta caresses his hair. We have just met, but I have the ability to be able to read and see the hearts of others, and I know that you are a very kind and good boy. I scream this. Asta would enlarge her eyes and smile. You have an evil aura, but you don't seem bad. Oh well, the truth is that I am a demon, but not because I would like to be, only that this is how I was born by my parents who were the Demon Kings. They killed me when they saw that my power was very low. This leaves Asta impressed, but what damn they are. My name is Nia. I am a girl and the weakest, and I will understand perfectly if you do not want to merge with me, I exclaim. He is bowing his head. Asta gets up with a smile. Listen to me well, Nia. Together we will increase our powers. We will finish with those gods and we will get out of here. I scream this with a big smile and illusion. This leaves Avia very surprised that she would observe how Asta shone. Impressive. While elsewhere, well, here is Goku. I feel a lot of energies. That's right, the goddess is never alone. If we manage to defeat her, we can steal the spheres she has. But be careful, she has very powerful bodyguards. What did you say to steal? But we never said that we would steal. Shut up and let's go at once. Let's not waste time. We need to revive Asta and recover your old body. Of course, Father. And what more desires do you plan to do? I exclaim, a deity behind both. It is no longer useful to hide. You see, it was because you screamed a lot, Father. What? If you are the one who never stays silent? Suddenly, Goku receives a blow which would fly away fired. Bardock sighs. We meet again, said Bardock, turning around and seeing the goddess Karma. My God, Bardock, you always causing me problems. I think this time I will really have to exterminate you. I'm tired of your games and your escapades. Karma, I just want the spheres. The spheres? It is not enough for you to give me problems. I read that entity throwing a ball of energy to which Bardock disintegrates it with one hand. Goku would get up in pain. Goku, she is Karma, the goddess who speaks to you. However, do not lower your guard. There is another god stronger than her protecting the spheres. Spheres? Haha, laughed Karma. This leaves Bardock and Goku doubtful. What happens? What spheres do you talk about, Bardock? The spheres you are talking about, we had to give them to the god of this universe, since he ordered them to us. This leaves both Saiyans in shock. No, it cannot be. I will seriously have to stay like this as a child. Impossible. But why? That god is very weak. He could simply finish it. However, he has more authority than me. In addition to having his angel as his back, I could not do anything. Damn it! And now what do we do? Bardock? In fact, I have been looking for you. Doubtful Bardock? What are you talking about? Karma approaches both Saiyans. The truth is that I do not want this beautiful planet to be destroyed. What do you mean? What I try to say is that a rebellion will soon begin. Rebellion? But who, like when? According to the words of angels and more, Grand Priest is planning to rebel against Zeno and conquer all the universes. B.
but it seems that he still does not have enough power to do so. If Grand Priest comes to be above Xeno, not only my planet but the universes would be destroyed, since he wants to create only one universe and erase the others. However, the angels and gods who support him will survive, and they will lend him all their strength, so we cannot trust any deity. These words leave Goku and Bardock amazed. Seriously? That priest is planning all that? I exclaimed Goku seriously. Hey, and that boy, how does he know about Grand Priest? It's supposed that only you know Bardock. Did you tell him something? Of course not. And this boy is my son. However, it is a somewhat long story. In fact, I am not a child, Goku said, smiling confidently, because he sees him very weak to be really your son. I recommend you not to underestimate him. Even if you do not believe it, I am more than sure that he has greater potential than yours and mine together. Only that right now, let's say that he is not in condition. We were looking for the spheres of the dragon since he needs to recover his authentic body. Only then will he be able to use his true power. Wow, so for that you needed the spheres of the dragon. And now what are we going to do, Goku? Seriously. Even if I recover my body, Grand Priest is planning that. Not with all my power I would face him. I never imagined that this kind of danger would occur. I say the same. Everything is in danger and we don't know when it will end. Damn it! This puts us in trouble. Damn it! What do we do? We alone cannot. I have my bodyguard. He could help us transport us to any part of the universes. Seriously? Suddenly, a voice would be heard in Goku's mind. Goku falls to the ground in pain. Kakarot, what's the matter? Goku's eyes would begin to turn red. What's the matter with me? What is this? My body is acting lone. And it feels very good. What is this? I laughed at Goku getting carried away by the tremendous power he was obtaining. How fun! This is great! I feel very good! I scream, Goku expelling his foot, making Karma fly through the air. Bardock would get up. What the hell is happening? His power, this energy. I had never seen it. What the hell? It is getting out of control. I must end this once and for all. Bardock would quickly go into his Ultra Instinct form in a second. Bardock appears on Goku's back, hitting him with a blow to knock Goku out. However, the little Saiyan stops him with a hand, leaving Bardock shocked. But what? How can this be possible? Goku, with a macabre smile, hits Bardock in the stomach. The blow would have been so strong that it would make the Saiyan spit blood, falling on his knees. This power is fabulous. This power is the key to everything. With this, I feel that I can surpass the same angels. Kakarot, what are you doing? Suddenly, Goku would scream, "Damn it! Who the hell are you? Get out of my mind!"
Goku would expel an overwhelming power. His ki was rising to the heavens. It would transform him into the perfect Ultra Instinct, and then move on to Super Saiyan Blue 3, and then return to his normal form, Bardock on the ground in pain. What? What's going on? What is happening? In Goku's mind, you just let yourself be carried away by Goku? Your thirst for revenge, your lack of power, that anger that you carry hidden, your resentment? I can make you stronger, whoever you are, you miserable. Go. You'll know me. Just remember this, Tablos. Suddenly, the entity of Goku's mind would disappear. Goku falls to the ground, returning to normal, very agitated and breathless. Bardock deformed and approaches Goku. Kakarot, are you okay? Goku breathless. Yes, yes. Karma appears. What was that? Seriously, that boy has so much power. Said the entity with his mouth open, trembling. Goku would recover. Father, no, I don't know what happened. Kakarot, you came back. In that, Bardock falls to the ground on his knees, spitting blood. Damn, that blow you gave me, it did hurt me, haha. I laughed at Bardock while spitting blood. Father, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to me. Just let me take that power, that strength. It felt so good. Bardock would not even be Goku's mind. Kakarot, apparently someone tried to possess your mind and body. However, what kind of monster should it be so that I can try to control your power that is very great, and grant you such overwhelming energy? Father, I really felt good. I felt as if I were superior to the very angels. And that Karma appears. Tell me, boy. He told you something? No, wait. He told me something called Tablos. This leaves Bardock and Karma paralyzed and speechless. What happens? No. Don't tell me that guy now fixed his gaze on you. Damn it! I hit the ground, Bardock. Goku was confused. What happens? Tablos. Tablos is... He is the creator of the Dragon Super Spheres and is capable of controlling both angels like any deity. He is a legend. Tranquilos could not possess me, Goku said, smiling. Is true, but why? Because he could not. The three were wondering. Meanwhile, elsewhere, in a place outside the universes, that is what you need. Tablos said it nervously. Grand Priest, why? Because you did not keep your word. Grand Priest, nervous and serious, word. I always keep my words. What do you mean? Are you an idiot? In that he creates an image, seeing Goku as a child. Who is that? I asked Grand Priest. Who is he? Don't you realize? It is nothing less than the son you had with the mortal Saiyans at that time. Grand Priest is speechless. No, it is not possible. I ordered him to kill him. Since he possessed my blood, he should be dead. You are a complete idiot. Apparently he did die, but he was reincarnated. However, in some way, that damned mortal possesses your cells again and those of a Saiyan. However, his cells are now enhanced. Do you know anything about it? No, I didn't know anything about it, but tell me. How you know all that? Tried to master your mind and body, but because of the miserable cells of yours, it is not possible for me to control you 100%. And now to try to control you, I gave you part of my power and cells. Since I was fusing my body with his, but your cells interfered. It is a great threat, without a doubt. Calm down. I will send that god of Stragotra to eliminate them, and if I don't, have to go on my own. Do whatever you want, but then don't come to ask for help. Grand Priest smiles confidently, leaving the place, while Pablo with his universal eye would continue to see some powerful being to control. When suddenly, wow, how interesting. Very interesting. So another Saiyame. In another place, Gohan was releasing all his fury and anger, gradually destroying the planet Earth, when in front of him, nothing more or nothing less than Vegeta appears. Whis amazed. Wow, but what a more interesting thing. Jaha apparently is out of control. He is a real beast. But hey, at least this will serve me as a good training before going to look for Kakarot. And I will tell him to eliminate his son with my own hands, Vegeta said, smiling as he slowly walked towards Gohan, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, attacking Gohan, but the beast at extreme speed looked at the movement of the prince disappearing. What? Gohan appears above, joining his arms and nailing him with a super blow to the head, causing Vegeta to crash against the ground, spitting blood. This leaves Whis amazed. Vegeta was about to get up, but would receive a set of blows so that later Gohan throws him a deadly ray, which Vegeta stops barely hard, retreating. Impossible. It is supposed to be a beast. However, his attacks so fast and coordinated, it seems that it is with heaven. Gohan attacks with a ball of energy, throwing a blow, but Vegeta closes his eyes so that he can very easily dodge Gohan's blows with his eyes closed. Transformed into the Ultra Ego, nailing him with a punch that he sends against some rocks to Gohan. Well, it seems that was his limit.
Gohan was on the ground, very injured and tired, about to be defeated. Vegeta stands in front of Gohan, who was kneeling, without any reasoning. "Disappear from my sight, insect!" exclaimed Vegeta, carrying a ball of energy, about to eliminate the Saiyan, when suddenly a father's voice is heard. Gohan turns his head, observing nothing more or nothing less than Abadil with his daughter, which is already a teenager since many years have passed since they did not see each other. Gohan, seeing both, would react, regaining consciousness. "Father! At last! At last I see you!" I scream. "Pam! Gohan, do not give up!" "Huh? And these insects, from where did they appear?" I exclaimed Vegeta, about to launch an attack, but a light would make presence of Gohan's body. This was a loud roar. Everything would light up. Because Gohan would have regained consciousness, regaining his memories, a light would shine all over the planet, and in the entire universe it would shine. What the hell? From the light, a totally different being would appear, with a white tail, white hair, and a skin of such a white color, red eyes, and a light that's so bright that it would shine everything. What? But who is this? What's going on, miss? I asked Vegeta, but Whis was speechless. Gohan mastering his beastly form due to the memories of his wife and daughter, he had achieved a new transformation never seen before. The super perfect beastly Saiyan. This would not only shine light, but life would be created around him. Vegeta was speechless. Did he manage to master that power with just seeing those insects? No, it can't be. I screamed Vegeta, throwing a ball of energy at him, and Pam, but Gohan appears in front of them, disappearing Vegeta's attack. "Father? Gohan, I would appreciate if you move away, please. This is a dangerous place for both. Father, you are very, very strong. Gohan." They would both run away, and watching in the distance, Vegeta, not as in "I don't know why you have become such a ruthless being, but I swear that I will not give you any kind of mercy." Angry Vegeta, "Mercy? Who do you think you are, insect?" Vegeta disappears, appearing in front of Gohan, and with both hands thrown with punches, which Gohan stops him with his two hands. "I told you that I will not listen to you," making Vegeta retreat, pained, but Gohan was already in front of him with a ball of energy in his stomach, making the Prince of the Saiyans explode. Vegeta falling to the ground. No! No! This would increase his power even more in his Ultra Ego form, but Gohan's speed went further. Impossible! You were locked up for more than 10 years. How is it that you have so much power?
Our word is not only based on the physical, but also on the animal mind. I explained Gohan to hit him with a hammer in the face, making Vegeta spit blood. Gohan gives him a burst of attacks, which Vegeta hardly doubts could stop them. Vegeta screams, "Akali!" But Gohan does a technique with his eyes, annulling the power of this. But what? On one hand, Whis was perplexed. Vegeta, very furious, accumulates all his power. "Insect, you are not at my level!" I scream Vegeta, launching a super final flash increased 100 times. It is seen that you do not understand or do not calculate the difference of powers of both right now. But hey, you killed my father. You took me away from my family, and that I will never forgive you. I exclaim Gohan to with one hand load a sphere full of stars, screaming, "More and Castellar!" A super shock of attacks would be created that would be felt everywhere. On one hand, what is this? "This power is very well known to me," said Goku, amazed, while Bardock and Karma were somewhat scared. "It is a kit out of the ordinary. It is more. I feel two energies, and one of them is not from this world."
While that mortal has extraordinary power, but he is the son of that Saiyan and also has the same angel cells. Damn, these mortals reproduce one after another. Apparently, the Saiyans are powerful. Dominating one will be good. In the shock of attacks, Vegeta was giving it all, while Gohan was winning it and taking a lot of advantage. Come on, father, you can. That's Gohan. You almost defeat him. Goodbye, Vegeta. See you in the other world. Gohan would increase his power by further enhancing his attacks. No, damn Gohan, this is for a father, screamed the Saiyan, increasing his power even more. Vegeta could no longer be about to be defeated when in that his eyes would turn red. The power of the Saiyan would rise to stratospheric levels. His musculature and everything would increase. Gohan confused. But what? Vegeta would scream in pain with an insurmountable headache. Perfect! Here I can dominate you! Ha ha ha! Now you are mine at 100%. The final flash of Vegeta would increase, screaming, increased 1,000 times. This leaves Gohan shocked and horrified. But what happens? Hey, where are you getting more power from? Aha! Ultra Masenko Stellar! I screamed Gohan, increasing with all his strength his attack. What? How do you have more power? Vegeta said, which was no longer Vegeta, was being possessed by Tablos. Both were giving it their all, but when they least expected it, Vegeta would once again increase his power, screaming, I am the creator of the super spheres and nobody wins. Final flash, increased 1,000,000 times. Gohan surprised. Wait, what? No, it is not possible. I screamed Gohan, receiving the set of attacks, creating an explosion that would destroy half of the planet Earth, breaking it in half. The fusion of Vegeta and Tablos falls to the ground kneeling and very calm. On one hand, Tablos on his throne, his nose would begin to bleed. Damn, that mortal had extraordinary power. Damn it, it hurt me. I used a lot of power. On one hand, Videl and Pan would scream, No, father, Gohan.
Vegeta gets up with a smile. Ha! You were someone powerful, but without a doubt you are not enough for me. Gohan would come out of the rocks totally wounded, covered in blood. You are defeated. You are no longer a rival. In that, Videl and Pan run towards Gohan, hugging him. What the hell are they doing? They run away. We don't want you to go again. If you leave us too. Vegeta raises his hands, receives my universal cannon. This charges a super attack. Vegeta hugs Videl and his daughter. I'm sorry. I really regret it so much. I couldn't save them. They closed their eyes, waiting for their death, but